G'day folks, hope you're doing well. So this is going to be a different video to what I usually upload because I don't really make individual videos when I'm not actually playing something, however talking about something that I've played before in general, and I've done quite a few of these before. But anyways, I think it's important to share my explanation why I haven't been uploading Trackers MP content, mainly like Euro Truck Simulator, 2 content. Well, it's Truckers MP because it's multiplayer, because I don't buy on the single player, it's a multiplayer. Anyways, I'm sure that many of you would already notice why I've stopped playing, and I did announce this in my Discord server, that basically that I've quitted Truckers MP due to reasons, and it's due to the recent events I had, um, mainly with the management, the game moderation management. I'll get to that in a second. So basically, you know, as I've not been uploading Truckers MP content, if I'm not uploading something for a while, it's basically either because I've given up on it, quit it, or just not interested. But yes, it's one of those three, obviously. So for the VTC, the Virtual Trucking Community, if you know what that is, well, it's a thing on a website, Truckers MP website, they can make and arrange convoys. That was meant to be done back in March, however, it was not done at all, so I've recently cancelled it. Yeah, so I'll just get to the main reason why I've completely stopped playing Truckers MP, and mainly quit it. So it's really pretty much the game moderation management. I mean, I could have probably have left without that reason. However, this is like a huge reason. This is a huge reason, and I will talk about that management in a separate video, not in this one. But anyways, I mean, if you don't know me, I used to be a game moderator of the moderation team, the game moderation team. Admin, whatever you want to call it. I did sign up, get accepted. That was back in October 2020. And over the time, the first quarter of the year, this year, 2021, I was so busy and I wanted to. It was just consuming up a lot of my time, not just YouTube, mainly everything, but mainly YouTube. So and like, I needed to do something to keep up with my work on YouTube, and it's gotten to a point where they've now labeled me as this bad representation of Truckers MP, which is completely unfair. And again, I'll explain that in an individual video. But basically, yes, it's whoever, it's the, it's the team that I applied for, that whoever's in charge of that team, the management, is just, they've labeled me as this person who was using their tools for personal gain, and they refused to explain their reasons with me, and they try to ignore everything I say, basically. And that's what I've read, anyways. And yeah, it's not fair, and it doesn't feel right to actually still play Truckers MP, because they could do anything. Like, they could just ban me, and like, they wouldn't care, because they're basically in charge. And I'll prove that why. So you can't even contact any management, like anyone any higher than the management. I mean, you got support management, you got the event management, the add-on, the media, and yeah, you can't go above that. So let's say if I want to contact the senior game moderation manager, I couldn't do that, and I probably couldn't contact the project coordination either. Now, I would have liked to have a good chat with them though, like an open chat. Like one-on-one chat, I was like, I need to know what's going on here. Why am I being labelled as this? But yeah, that's what's basically happened. It's just completely demotivated me from playing Truckers MP. They can say whatever they like about me, because everything they've said, and as I've said, I'll explain this in a different video. Yeah, just saying, if you're gonna get called out, for being such a bad representation to the community, and to be told that I was insulting them, which was not true, and to the community as a whole. Basically, the mismanagement has basically it enabled me across the community. I don't know if that's a thing, but like, if for an example, if I tried to apply for like a different position, I probably wouldn't be able to get in. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. But I definitely wouldn't be able to get back into the Game Motion team. Anyways, it's outside of that, the other reasons are, I mean, the VTC, you know, with the combination of work and all the events that's happened this year, I mean, the VTC was meant to be the next thing I'll do on Truckers MP, you know, to connect with my community I was building along with my channel. But the VT just completely didn't work. Like, I mean, obviously the work from January to April was just unbelievable. Remember, this VTC was meant to be done in March, and then in May I was trying to recover from all that, and then in June I get sick twice, and in July I was trying to compensate the first third of the year by, you know, creating as much as content as I can, and then in August I get really demotivated, and in September, you know, I said to myself, I'm gonna get this stuff done, you know. It's just, life is becoming hard, basically. So I gave up the VTC. And again, I was meant to explain this outside the reason. It was just not just time and busyness, but Truckers MP in general, like Truckers MP. If you want the truth, guys, and this is my perspective, I don't know if it's completely true, but to everyone else out there who enjoys Truckers MP playing on the servers, whatever you're doing, driving on the CD road, in Claes-Duisburg, you know, or Pro Mods, or anywhere, whatever you're doing. But I find that the main servers, the simulation servers, are kind of toxic. That's just my opinion. Coming from, you know, ex-game moderator position. Well, that's why I am, you know. Basically, like, you'll go in the servers and you'll just, there's always going to be one rule breaker. So it's like, for me, if I'm explaining the point of the VTC, what's the point of trying to run a convoy when basically most of my previous attempts at running convoys without the VTC, there's always been one troll, and there's always been an easy chance of even more, you know, and not just trolls, it could be any other reason. Someone could be blocking it and stuff, but those are just other points of, you know, usually things that happen at Truckers MP, we deal with it, right? It's a bit realism, but it's still, there's a lot of, you know, people just don't take the rules seriously. You know, I did explain this in another stream, when I was disagreeing with some, you know. It's trying to create a convoy on the servers that don't change, you know. I mean, they bring these rules in, sure, and then, I mean, every time like I stream these convoys, the previous ones, like, there's always like one troll. Sure, we could drive in like other areas of the map, but it's just not worth it, because like, if we do that, we're not going to get many players involved. So it's like, going to the busy area, I mean, well, that's not a choice to do that. The pro mods, yeah, we could do that, but again though, like, if you want a convoy, I want to have like 5 to 10 players, you know, many of my friends, but I start getting like random applications from players that I had banned before, you know, to the discretion. I just feel like at this point, like, if you take convoys into areas which are not that populated, it doesn't attract much attention. So if you, like, I know you're not allowed to bring them into the like little busy areas like Claes or Duisburg, right? If you like take them near those areas, there would be some, you know, some players, because it's completely boring when there's like no other players. Because here's the thing, guys, Truckers MP, there's no AIs. So like, I of course I want other players to be there when I'm streaming, but there's no, if you go into areas with completely zero players, like, yeah, what's the point of that? It's just us, you know. There's not very realistic, but any time when it's realistic, I mean, Pro Mod's the most realistic. But, I mean, you got the Kirkenes Road, obviously. Oh well, yeah, that explains for itself. If you get what I mean, though, you always gotta at least try to get near the busy area, but not literally, if you know what I mean. But yeah, just Truckers MP in general just doesn't change. Sure, the game motion does these rules, but there's always, and you know, as I've learned, that many users just sign up for the rules. Like, I mean, they sign up for an account just so they could drive on the busy road, and they completely ignore the rules. They don't read anything, and it's always trolls. So yeah, and I bet, and here's another reason. There's not going to be much people that are going to take notice in the VTC. I mean, this thing was delayed, and I got one application. Well, that was one of my friends, but that was really it, though. Anyways, but it was. I really wanted to get the VTC up while I had the privileges of the game moderator, because then we won't get affected. But what's the point? What's the point of trying to run a VTC if there's always going to be trolls? It only takes one troll to stop, and even though you create a report, it's going to take at least a week for it to get responded. If we're lucky, it's probably like 3 days. Anyways, you can't just... There's going to be one troll there, you can report them in-game, it does nothing. No, like, there's only like, alright, let's see, 5% chance that your report's going to get entered in-game. And I can't give any specific details. Anyways, but yeah, that's pretty much my reasons why, Truckers MP wasn't working out. And, with the events I've had, with the game narration management, the communication, it's just, what they've told me just doesn't give me a reason to play on the servers. And, I'm basically already moved on. I just didn't make this video, basically. But anyways, there'll be another video out about, it's going to be called Beware of the Game Narration Management. And I've got a lot to explain there. And also, if you're new to the channel, I create other stuff. I do have a lot of content on the Aegis too, with Truckers MP. But I don't make it anymore. So just saying, if you're wondering what happened to the content, well, that's what's happened. I basically quit. So yeah, farewell, Truckers MP. It was fun. Anyways, I shall see you next time in another video. So until then, have a good day.